Alright YouTube, today's a little different kind of video. Carl Belcher here, and I thought I'd introduce you to my new workshop and my new video setup, and introduce a new kind of video. Today I'm going to actually be in the video instead of just behind the camera, so we're going to see how this works. I don't have a video operator, so this is just on a tripod, so it might be a little different, but hopefully this will result in a little bit better quality videos, and I think it's a little more personal, actually talking to the camera. So today I thought I'd do a quick EDC video update and give you a quick look at my new workshop and just get some new content out for you guys. So first thing I like to do is, you can see in the background here, this is a workbench I built. Pretty simple little setup. I don't have too big of a shop here, but just some pegboard, light, stuff like that, to place to put my tools, place to shoot videos, nice quiet place to work. So that's that first of all. Next thing I thought I'd do is go ahead and show you here in the background. I have put together an everyday carry bag. This has certainly been a long time coming, so I thought I'd show you guys that, as well as my personal on-person EDC system. So start today with some of the basics. First of all, I'm sure you guys are familiar with my Leatherman Charge TTI. I carry it primarily because the Charge line has the best tools, and the Charge is kind of the top of the line for Leatherman products, so I like it for that reason. And it's just a nice tool, nice and light with a lot of functionality, so I'll always be having that. I carry that in my belt sheath. Along with that, in the Leatherman sheath, as always, I have my Streamlight Micro. Pretty simple little 1 AAA light, not extremely bright, but it has a nice tail clicky and an awesome little two-way cap, which I've showed you guys before, that allows you to use it with a hat, things like that. So I definitely like that. And as of recently, I have added Fisher Space Pen to the system that just fits in one of the side pockets of my Leatherman sheath, like I've showed you before. This is the all black one. This one just unfolds basically, or the cap comes off and it becomes a longer pin. So that's been nice to have for sure. I did change up my carry gun a little bit. I don't have it on my belt just for easy access, but I have switched over to the 9mm Glock 19. Just basically trying something different, having a Kydex sheath. So the M&P was a little bit big to carry. The 19 is a compact frame, so it's a little bit easier to conceal. Not a huge difference, but I like it, and I like how ubiquitous and easy it is to find stuff for the Glock 19 because it's so common. So on with my EDC system. My primary every carry knife right now is the Benchmade Osborne 940. S30V has the access lock, easy to flick open and closed. That always gets carried in my right hand pocket, as well as my phone. This time I'm actually not using my phone to film, so I can show you guys. This is the Galaxy Note 3. I quite like this phone. It is pretty big, but it does a lot of pretty cool stuff. I like how accurate the stylus is on it, and I do like the quality of the camera. It does shoot 4K videos, so that's something I might be demoing for you guys in the future. As far as my wallet goes, still have this giant The Wallet Junior. So I will probably be replacing this guy in the future. It's a very big wallet, a little hard to get out of your pants, so I'll be looking at something else pretty soon. But that's basically the sum total of my everyday carry system on my body, except for my keys, which I showed you guys in the last video. If you want to take a closer look at those, definitely check out the last video. This has everything on it that I showed you last time. So really awesome little system. One thing I just wanted to make sure show you guys again, I highly recommend it, the Tech Accessories P7 clip. This makes these keys much easier to carry, so I definitely recommend that for you guys. So as far as that, you guys may notice that I have reduced my on-person carry system a little bit. That's the biggest thing I've been missing. Is a couple little small things like a backup knife, extra clip, a larger flashlight like I used to carry. I got rid of those primarily because I have added my everyday carry bag. Now, everyday carry is kind of an odd term for this bag because it's not something I carry with me everywhere I go. Usually it gets left in the vehicle if I'm out traveling. So it's more of like almost a go bag. It has stuff that I don't need on my person 100% of the time, but it's nice to have on a pretty much daily basis. So I thought I'd give you guys a quick rundown on this. I'll probably do a tabletop as well, just to show you guys a little more close in detail what's in there. But let's start from the outside. First of all, this is a 511 Rush 12. I just have a little American flag sticker on there. This is a really nice bag. 511 makes pretty quality products, so I'm really happy with that. It does look a little tactical, but in the black it kind of hides some of the MOLLE. However, I do really like the MOLLE for attaching things. For example, on the side here, I have my Nightcore P12. This is the flashlight you guys saw me carry on my person beforehand. And I've switched that over to my bag because I feel like having, within 15 minutes is what I like to call it, access, i.e. walking to my vehicle from wherever I am, is close enough for that powerful of a flashlight. On this side, I have one of my favorite tools. This is actually the Leatherman Crunch. If you guys aren't familiar with this is a Leatherman that basically has the functionality of a pair of vice grips. I'll probably do a closer tabletop review of this sometime in the future too, but this is a really awesome little tool. Allows you to have vice grip functionality in a Leatherman tool. The only downside is it is pretty limited as far as the tools it offers. It only has a sheep's foot serrated blade and a couple other tools, so it is a little limited and it is a little hard to open one-handed. However, it can be done. So it's not something I would use as my primary tool, but I really like to have the vice grip functionality available. So that's one of the reasons that I've added this bag, is to carry stuff like that. I have it in a 511 mag pouch mounted to the MOLLE on the side for easy access. I found that most of the Leatherman MOLLE sheaths are too big for that tool, so I went with a mag pouch. Next up here on the top, this 511 bag has a nice zipper pocket, allows storage for sunglasses. It's always nice to have. Those are actually Oakley, so they offer protection for shooting. They're safety glass rated, so they're a nice product to have for that reason. Next here in the bag, in this front zipper pocket, I keep stuff that I like to have quick access to. This is a Phoenix headlamp. I believe this is H10. This is a little AAA powered headlamp. You have to hold it for it to come on. It has a couple different brightness settings. I think this guy's about 70 lumens. Hold it to go off. This is also convertible into a keychain. Oh, HL10, excuse me. This is convertible into a keychain light. However, I do like having a headlamp for hands-free operations. If you need to work on a vehicle or some project like that, it would certainly be excellent to have a headlamp. Well, the next things I have in here is something that may be particular to my interests and my kind of skills, but this is an X-Tech Instruments. I don't really buy it because of the brand or anything specific, mainly the size, but this is a pocket-sized multimeter. This particular one does both voltage and it does amperage, as well as has a continuity beeper. So this is excellent for diagnosing electrical problems and circuits, things of that nature, problems with equipment, vehicles, anything that requires any kind of power. This is excellent for that kind of use on. So I do like having that available. Again, it's not something I feel like I need to have on my person all the time, but it is nice to have available within 15 minutes, like I say, with this bag. Something I could run out to the car and grab. Next thing I have in here is this is actually the sheath that comes with the Leatherman Sidekick. I don't really like using it for that, but what I do is I keep my extra Leatherman bit sets in here. In this sheath, I have the extra bit sets that would come in a full setup, as well as the ones that I keep with my charge in the case. The one in my charge case has actually been customized to be the most common bits I think I might need. So I like to have all the extra spares in here. This also, I do have the Leatherman bit extender in here, which is certainly nice to have if you need to get into kind of a tight place, or if you want to use a full 1/4 inch drive regular bit with the Leatherman. So this is kind of a nice little convenience thing. There again, something I probably don't need to have access to because I have the Leatherman bit set that's customized with most of the bits I would need day to day, but that's nice to have in the case that it isn't one of those. So there again is that what I like to call my 15-minute window. I could run to my vehicle real quick and have access to this bag. So let's go ahead and break into the main front pocket here, show you a couple things. First thing you'll notice in there is a good pair of mechanics gloves. A good pair of gloves is extremely important to have. Protect your hands in the case of cold, heat, or just sharp splinters, anything like that. So I always keep a pair of gloves handy. Next thing I have in here is a nice fixed blade. This is a Tops Desert Fox knife. This is actually clipped into a Kydex sheath that just rides in the pocket inside of here and allows me to draw it out really quickly if I need access to it. This is a full carbon steel 1095 with a paracord wrap on it. So it's a very durable, easy to sharpen knife. So if I was ever in a situation where I needed to baton wood or anything like that, this would be an excellent tool for it. In here, I carry 2 extra Glock magazines loaded with critical defense, warranty critical defense, 9mm ammo. So there's 2 of those, 15 rounds. Total of 30, probably a little overkill, but since this bag is not something I carry on me all the time, the weight doesn't really matter. So I do like to have it in there. Next, I have a pin. This is a Smith & Wesson tactical pin. I like that in places like secure areas where I can't bring in my knives or anything like that. A lot of times I'll bring in the tactical pin with me. So again, I'm not going to carry it every day because it is big and heavy, but if I go in somewhere like a courthouse where I may not have access to my knives or my gun, it's certainly nice to have that. Also in here I have a Spyderco Paramilitary 2. This is a beautiful knife. I love this knife. It has the compression lock. Made in Golden, Colorado. I live in Grand Junction, Colorado, so they're just on the other side of the mountain from me. Just a beautiful knife. This one's also an S30V, black G10 handles. Just not much I could say that is bad at all about that knife. I can hardly even think of anything to say that's not good. So we'll leave it at that. Excellent blade. Sometimes I swap that and the Osborne on my, as what I carry in my pocket day to day. Take a look inside the further zipper inside here. I do keep some little moist wipes. Cleaning up, I do have kids, and also these are nice for cleaning things up if you ever mess. So these are antibacterial, so if I need to wipe my hands off, maybe it might protect me from infection or something like that. So I always keep some of those for cleaning up. Also, this is a pretty cool little thing. This is a pocket ref book. Stands for pocket reference, obviously, by Thomas J. Glover. This is an excellent little product. If you've ever seen the show Mythbusters, back in the early days, they used this for a lot of their research. It has formulas for everything in the world. So machining formulas, electrical formulas, geometry formulas, trigonometry, anything you could imagine, even weights of things, ways to calculate everything, just an amazing amount of data. So if you're ever away from a computer, at internet range, or if the internet ever goes down, this has an extreme amount of information for stuff you can look up in there. Last but not least in that pocket, I do keep a little moleskin notebook. This one actually is grid lined, so I can sketch things out if I ever want to, because sometimes I like to sketch out design ideas. And that is actually pretty much it for this pocket. So let's take a look inside at some of the other stuff. I'm going to go ahead and open up the main pocket here. And there's a couple different divided pockets in here, and we'll start with basically the big items that I keep in their own bags, basically kind of free floating inside the main pocket. Let me go ahead and get this open real quick for you guys. Inside the main pocket here, you can see that it has this little corded storage area. What I do is I keep a couple of things in here that are they're packaged on their own, and that allows them to keep from running around. So first of all, I have Adventure Medical Kits, Sportsman Series First Aid Kit. Excellent kit, has a lot of stuff in it for trauma. Basically, pretty much a boo-boo kit, but it does have some stuff like ace bandages and things like that for more serious injuries. Also has tweezers, moleskin, all sorts of things for first aid. It's good to have a first aid kit, so I just wanted to pick this one up because I feel like it's a pretty good quality kit. Next thing I have in here is my modified Survive Outdoors Longer Scout Series survival kit. This is one that I've modified. You can see I've added a couple things in there, like this knife and that big lighter. Those didn't come with this kit by default. I have a video where I talk about the contents of this, so definitely check it out if you're interested. This is a pretty powerful little survival kit. You can see that inside of here there is a hose for a Camelback bladder. I only filled it up if I'm going to be going somewhere where I need the water. I should probably keep it full more often, but I find that sometimes I forget to clean it out, it might get mildewy. So most of the time it stays open or stays empty, and in the rare case that I need it, I will definitely fill it up. I usually carry an Nalgene bottle with me to work and stuff like that. One other thing I recently added to the kit is the Goal Zero Nomad 7 system. This is a solar panel setup. I'm going to hook it. I have these S-beaners that kind of hold it closed and allow me to attach it to my bag. So I'll open it up and kind of show you guys what it has. This particular kit has the 2 panels, 2 7-watt panels for a total of 13 watts. On the back here, it zips open and has all the connections for the charger and the cables, which I'll show you inside the pouch here in a second. But this is actually a pre-release edition. I'm really excited about it. If I'm ever somewhere I need to charge my phone, or if the power's out, or I'm in an area you can't get power, it'd be an excellent way to charge devices, things of that nature. That's it for the main pocket. However, there's a couple zippered pockets inside this that I have more stuff in. The top one up here is kind of my electrical pocket. It has a micro SD card, or micro USB cable for my cell phone to charge from the Gold Zero or from wherever I have the USB adapter. This is the Gold Zero Guide 10 Plus. This is the battery pack that the solar panel charges, and this allows you to charge devices with the available USB output there. This one also has a, if I switch on here, it has a light built into it. It's actually surprisingly bright for how tiny it is. And it contains 4 AA nickel metal hydride rechargeable batteries that can be removed and used individually or changed out in another pack charged up. With that, I also have, for the panel, a 12-volt adapter. Now this panel can't charge 12-volt devices very well, but in a pinch, it may be able to charge something over a long period of time, so that connects directly to the panel. I also have a AA to AAA adapter. This goes with the Gold Zero charging pack. This allows you to use AAAs or charge AAAs inside of there instead of AAs if you'd like to. This is the mini USB cable that connects the Nomad 7 panel to the Guide 10 battery pack. This is a couple extra CR123 batteries to use as a backup for my Night Core flashlight, B12 on the outside. And then also inside this pocket, I have a tiny charger. Now if you guys saw my keychain review, you'll see that I have the Quantum D2 mini light on there. This is actually the USB charger for that light, so I can charge up my keychain light. So that's it for the electrical pocket. Now if we take a look inside the lower pocket down here, this is what I call the survival pocket. In here I have about 50 feet of paracord. I also have a Sawyer Mini survival straw. This is a cleanable ceramic filter. This will filter out 99.999% of baddies from water, and you can actually backwash through it, and it's good for up to 1 million gallons. So that's pretty nice. It comes with a little tube for drinking, or it can be connected in line with the Camelback. Also in here, I have a blast match. This is a ferrocerium rod with a striker built in. The cool thing about this one is you can use it one-handed. Allows you to push it in like that, and when you put pressure down, it creates sparks like a ferrocerium rod. Well, it is a ferrocerium rod, so it creates sparks. Nice little fire starter. Also, I keep a Zippo in here. Zippos are just kind of nice to have as a fire source. However, if you're familiar with them, they do go dry pretty quickly. But you still can use a striker and the flints and the cotton inside there to start fires. This is almost more of a morale thing. I do like to do some Zippo tricks, so that's primarily why I keep that in there. If I can do it right on camera, we'll see here. Well, this one's a little sticky. There we go. Look it open, light it up, and it's already dry of fuel. So needs to be refilled again. A lot of times I keep a Ranger band wrapped around these. There again, this is more of a fiddling thing for me, more than anything, but it can also create spark in a situation. And that's about it for that pocket. So that is what I carry in my EDC bag and on my own personal EDC system. Showed you guys my new workbench, new camera setup. Showed you guys my face for the first time on live video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely don't forget to like if you enjoyed it, subscribe, keep up with more videos coming out. Leave me comments about what you think of the workbench, stuff I carry, and I'll be providing you guys with more content as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching.